Clinton Sports Broadcast, Saturday mornings at 10, all brought to you by the Clinton Sports Boosters, Liberty Village, and the Clinton Community YMCA.
It is WHOW 92.3 FM in DeWitt County, 106.5 FM in McLean County, 95.9 FM WEZC, and we're streaming live online at DeWittDailyNews.com. Also tonight on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Seth Lawrence with you folks tonight for our annual high school football playoff show on WHOW and WEZC. It is good to have you with us as we continue conversations with coaches from across Central Illinois, and we welcome in Coach Nate Albaugh, who is the head coach of the Heyworth High School football team. Coach, how are you this evening?
We're great. We're all great here in Heyworth. Excited for this bracket to come out.
No question. Coach, talk to me about what you're doing with your team tonight. What do you got going on?
Yeah, we're here at the local spot here in Heyworth, Prairie Fire Grill. Just invited all the players and all their families out, and we've packed the place and streaming the show online here. So everybody's anxiously awaiting 8 o'clock for these brackets.
Coach, when it comes to your team this year, I have been fascinated by your turnaround. 2-7 last year. You and I talked last year at the start of the football season. You know, you were just trying to scrap together enough players to have a program, just to have a program. And now you're in the playoffs a year later. What a turnaround. Tell me about it.
Well, thank you. It's been a long road, and we've got a handful of guys that have been with us, have been with me anyway, since day one when I took over. And now those guys are juniors and seniors. And like I said, it's just been a long road. And priority one was just kind of revive the program just with numbers. And now that we've got our numbers, I don't think anyone ever has their numbers where you want them, but they're healthy enough to have a good program. And we've got some very talented players, and they really love the game. They play so well together. They play so hard for each other. And we also were fortunate enough to get a few new teachers in the school that are also coaches. And everything just kind of came together. Talented kids and a complete staff and a plan that we wanted to stick to. And sure enough, you start playing good football.
Well, Coach, tell me about your team this year. What's the strength of your team? What do you want to do with these kids?
You know, we run the football like crazy, and I think that at the beginning of the year, a lot of our fans might have been a little frustrated with how much we ran it. And now at this point, I think they've latched on to that being our identity. So we got a really good, talented crew of running backs, and our quarterback, Parker Bell, does a great job distributing. We got a little sophomore, Braden Brucker, at fullback, and then he's flanked by two wings that are both seniors, and Tyler Wills and Cooper Johnson. And those guys really spearhead the attack offensively. Defensively, just, we're not very big, but man, the kids just play hard and they swarm to the ball. And they don't allow very many big plays. So a team has to put long drives together to score. And when you force a team to do that, once in a while they'll make mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Coach, was the experience last year that a lot of these kids gained, was that valuable coming into this season?
Sure. Experience is always extremely valuable. A lot of it too is just allowing some of our younger kids who are now sophomores that were freshmen a year ago. We allowed them to just play JV football and didn't force them to play varsity football, knowing that this year they'd be ready. And sure enough, a lot of them are. And a lot of our older guys kind of had to take it on the chin a little bit for a year as we endured a lot of losses just for the good of the program, for the long term of the program. So really it was just, I have to just say thank you to a lot of those older guys that took some on the chin so that we could have some future success.
Looking at your schedule, Coach, quality wins over DMAC this year, GCMS last night. Is one of those a signature win for you? Did a win this year stand out more than another where you said to yourself, all right, we've got something here?
That's a great question. We talked about it last night to our boys. When we beat DMAC, it was an excitement to be a part of the conversation. And then by the time we were playing, by halftime against Gibson City, you knew you were part of the conversation. You knew that you were actually a legitimately good football team. So So both of those wins were very unique, without a doubt. Both great for our program, great for our community, and the one over DMAC was the kids seeing for the first time what they were capable of, and the one against Gibson City knowing that that they can do it repeatedly potentially.
Mm-hmm. How has the community support been? I know Heyworth really rallies around its school. What's community support like? What's the vibe been like with the community this year?
It's been great. Everyone is thrilled, and the family members are thrilled, and so many of the alumni are thrilled to bring some pride back to Heyworth football. There are a lot of proud people in this community, as I'm sure there are in most communities. And they want to see the school celebrated, and it's been hard. It's hard when your program loses for so many years because you just really don't have any respect around it. It's hard on your kids. And let's face it, Friday night is a special time in the fall in America. So to have a little bit of pride around our program on Friday nights, it really feels exciting around here. And you could see it at our homecoming game and feel it at our homecoming game. And you could feel it last night when Gibson City came to town.
Sure. Are you one, Coach, to watch these projections to see where you may end up this year? Have you been keeping tabs on those things?
I try very hard to not keep tabs on them. However, many people seem to love to send me projections. And so my phone buzzes all the time with projections. And I try hard to just not really pay any attention. I've been doing this long enough to know that the projections can be wrong, and you just be a little patient. We'll wait till tonight, and then we'll start planning as soon as we know.
Sure. Very good, Coach. Well, if Heyworth is going to have some success in the playoffs this year, what are you going to have to do to sustain that success? What do you have to do well?
Well, we're going to have to play really good defense. We do have a tendency to come out a little flat, and so we're going to have to be able to bring some energy right out of the gates, because you can't let good football teams get up on you so quickly. And we're going to have to continue to find a way to run the ball. We've made a handful of procedure mistakes in the last couple weeks that we need to make sure that we can stay away from. So we just got to play good, clean football, continue to execute at a high level. I have no doubts or no worries about how excited the kids, I don't think it'll be hard to keep the kids excited to play. So now we just have to try to execute and play the game.
You told me, Coach, in the preseason, and I didn't want to press you on this, but you said you had a number in your mind that you thought your team could win this year. What was that number? Did you reach it?
The season's not over, so I still can't say whether or not we've reached that number. I do know this. I felt confident that we had enough kids to turn the program around, and that's what I'll say. I really felt confident that we had enough. But the game of football is funny. The darn ball's not round, so it can bounce anyway, and you just don't know it's going to happen. But I will say this. I was confident we had enough to get it going. I think the boys have surprised me at times this year, and they might be even more ready than I thought.
No question, Coach. Will you think you'll host a football game, or will you be traveling next Saturday?
I'd say if you made me pick one right now, I'd say I think we would host.
All right.
But if the bracket releases and we're on the road, I won't be a shocked man.
Very good, Coach. Hey, it's great to talk with you, Coach. Congratulations on an exceptional season. What a turnaround in Heyworth. This was a fun conversation to have, one that I've looked forward to since I saw your team qualified for the postseason, and you've just kept it rolling. So great job to you, great job to your team, and best of luck in the playoffs. We'll be rooting for you all the way.
Thanks so much.
Awesome, Coach. Good to talk with you once again. Coach Nate Albaugh is the head coach of the Heyworth High School football team, our guest here on our WHOW WEZC playoff high school football playoff show on, again, WHOW WEZC. A break here.